Newsflash, you can be a conservative Republican, win re-election, and condemn Donald Trump simultaneously. All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. To the surprise of no one, Georgia voters chose Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump over Democrat Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. The Peach State had not voted for a Democrat for president since 1992, when Hillary's husband, Bill Clinton, defeated George H.W. Bush during his first White House run. And it was therefore a gigantic upset when Democrat Joe Biden narrowly defeated Trump in Georgia in 2020. Trump's loss in the state by fewer than 12,000 votes, helping him lose re-election and resulting in that now infamous phone call in which Trump pressured Georgia's Secretary of State to recalculate Georgia's vote in his favor. In an extraordinary hour-long call, Trump telling Republican Brad Raffensperger, quote, "I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have." Raffensperger standing up to the president and refusing to go along with his election rigging scheme. But Trump was not going to give up. He had the presidency on the line. Next, he targeted Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp. Trump waging a social media war against Kemp, calling on him to make Georgia, quote, "flip Republican," despite Biden already winning the state. Trump also browbeating Kemp over the phone, calling on him to convene a special session of the state legislature so lawmakers could try to override Georgia's election results. Kemp declining Trump's insane request and proceeding to certify the state's election results, declaring Joe Biden the winner of Georgia. Kemp's rebuke of Trump and his decision to uphold the law, despite immense intimidation from the President of the United States, painting a gigantic target on his back. Trump determined to destroy the first-term governor and recruiting Republican David Perdue, Georgia's former U.S. Senator, to challenge Kemp in the upcoming Republican gubernatorial primary. Perdue reluctantly jumping into the race and campaigning on Kemp's refusal to go along with Trump's attempt to overturn the will of Georgia voters. And guess what? Republican primary voters in Georgia did not hold animosity towards Kemp for following the law and certifying Biden's election victory in the state. No, Republicans were impressed by Kemp's conservative governing record, including his repudiation of public health guidelines and his decision to keep Georgia businesses open during the COVID-19 pandemic. They were also impressed by the governor passing legislation to allow Georgians to purchase guns without a permit. This record allowing Kemp to trounce the Trump-backed Perdue by over 50 points in the primary, despite Trump spending over $2 million of his own money to promote Perdue. And after summarily defeating Perdue, Kemp going on to win re-election to the Georgia governor's office just 2 years after Biden's big upset in the state, and Democrats winning both U.S. Senate seats in Georgia for the first time in nearly 20 years. And Kemp didn't just defeat anyone in the general election. No, he defeated the biggest rising star in the Democratic Party, Stacey Abrams, the Yale-educated lawyer and former minority leader of the Georgia House of Representatives, losing to Kemp for a second time. But compared to Kemp's extremely narrow victory over Abrams in 2019, this time he easily won, defeating Abrams by more than 7 points. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is living proof that Republicans do not need to grovel at the gold-painted throne of the twice-impeached, quadruply indicted former president to stay in office. There is clearly a coalition of Republicans, independents, and even moderate Democrats who want to vote for truly conservative Republicans that denounce Trump's dangerous lies and show fidelity to the law. And it is likely only a coalition of these voters that will return Republicans to the White House by allowing them to win states like Georgia. And that explains why Kemp went out of his way after Trump's latest indictment in Georgia to again reject Trump's preposterous claim of election fraud in his state. Kemp tweeting in part, quote, "The 2020 election in Georgia was not stolen. Our elections are secure, accessible, and fair. The future of our country is at stake in 2024, and we must be focused on that." Thanks for watching Drafts Grievances. Let me know what you think, and please subscribe.